Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. We are going to do an energy check-in and see what energy wants to be brought forth and discussed for the collective. Please just keep in mind that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates for you and leave the rest. If you do feel connected to this collective, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. So I already pre-shuffled our oracle and we are starting our grounding energy with the subconscious. This is 8th house energy, Pluto's energy, Scorpio energy. Okay, so the subconscious does talk about the depths of the mind, introspection, insights, confronting fears, truths, unresolved traumas, hidden desires. It seems like this is going to be a really deep reading, and I can already tell that this is not going to be for everyone. Okay, I don't know what it's going to be about, but with this being our grounding energy this week, collective, this isn't going to be for everyone. So please only take what resonates for you. Let's get into our preview. I hope you're doing well. We have here the books. This is Jupiter's energy, Sagittarius and Pisces, 9th house energy. We have friendship. This is Venus, Libra, and Taurus. Let's get one more for our preview. See what's going on. We have the elephant. Okay. Back of the deck, we have Venus. Lots of matchy. Look at this matchy. This is matching, okay? Matching colors. Okay. This actually looks really good for a preview. Books energy does talk about hidden knowledge, experiences, divine communication, development. I feel like there's something here about you connecting here with groups of people with this friendship energy or community or something like that that has wisdom, has some kind of, yeah, it's like you're coming into a better space when it comes to people that you're connected with, collective. This looks really good. Like this looks like people here that match your energy or something like that. Because again, I said this is a lot of matchy in the color scheme. This is a lot of matching. So like you are connecting with people who you can have harmony with. Yeah, there's something here about a family, like building a family, maybe a community, a better collective. Yeah, there's something here about connecting with people who have the same kind of like subconscious um, and even conscious like desires that you do. A better community is being built here. You're meeting people that match your vibe or that, yeah, it's like they match your vibe. They strengthen your strengths. Like you guys, what is that saying? Um, Iron sharpens iron or something like that. Iron sharpens iron. Yeah, I think that's what it is. This looks really good. And also with Venus in at the back of the deck, this is like this is ruled by Taurus, Libra, and Taurus. You could be a Libra, Taurus, Sag, or Pisces, or dealing with one of those signs, but you don't have to be. There's something here about being around like-minded people, okay, and working through things together, okay. Especially here with the elephant energy, this is also like you're going to be working through things together with this group of community or these people. And I feel like there might not be a lot of communication. It's if it's unnecessary. Like unnecessary communication is not needed. But I feel like these are people that will help you along your path. Yeah. Okay. This is good. Okay. Now let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's see what's going on, collective. Yeah, we have the oneness. This is community. This is community. You guys are coming. Yeah, this is community. You guys have manifested this. Okay. There's something here about being in community with people who have a similar understanding that you do. Okay. When it comes to love and when it comes to friendship, this is iron sharpens iron energy. Okay. Yeah, and again, it's something here about, because remember, grounding energy was a subconscious. It's like you could have subconsciously needed people that, whether or not you consciously did this or these people consciously did this, it's like there's a community, right? We have this energy. There's this community of people that you're coming across or that you're going to be around that are like minded. And I feel like there's Uranus. Hello. Uranus is a planet that rules over community, friends. Okay, this could be online friends. Like this specific collective that I read for is very special. Okay, very special individuals. Um, and I do feel like there's something here about, because the books, I was gonna say, the book's energy is secrets too. Okay, like I feel like you guys will hold each other's secrets. Um, or just being around people that have an understanding when it comes to love and friendship. There's more wisdom, okay, happening this week for this collective. Yeah, this is not going to be for everyone. So this is a collective of people. Yeah, please trust your intuition here with the cat energy. Be flexible in your intuition. Whatever this message is, there's something here about coming across people that match your vibe. Remember, we had all that matchy energy. Um, And I don't just think that it has to do with just friendship. I feel like it also has to do with love. Yeah. Yeah. It also has to do with love. Iron sharpens iron. That's what I just keep hearing. Iron sharpens iron. The mirror. Yes. Yes. Let's keep going. Uranus. Yeah. Some of you guys are dealing with an Aquarius. Again, clouds energy is here at the back of the deck. I think collective we had it will be in the description box, our last collective reading. Um, it could be significant to this one. I think our last collective, we were talking a lot about love and a masculine coming in our last collective. I feel like this is like the other side. Like it's like, okay, you'll have the love, but you also have the friendship. You also have the community of people. Okay. Some of this is online. Like you'll meet these people online or through some kind of unconventional way. Like it could be like at a grocery store and you meet somebody and they, you guys vibe together. Or um, you could go to school with these people, or you could be at a specific event and you meet, these people. It's going to be through an unconventional way. Okay, but with the mirror energy, this does talk about like mirroring people. Okay, to your self-reflection, and the mirror is being pointed towards this oneness energy. So this does talk about you are going to be in connection or community with people who have a similar understanding that you do, and your information, the way that you think, collective, can be very vast. It's very vast. It's not something that is like, it's not like cookie cutter. It's not like cookie cutter. um it's people here who are innovative, who are different. Uranus rules over that kind of rebellious energy, unusual. They're just original people who bring in um, like a mindset that a lot of people don't have. So you're meeting, like, I feel like you're meeting people who, the owl energy. We don't see the owl a lot, but the owl energy does talk about intuitive development and having wisdom. You're meeting people who are wise as far as relationships are concerned, and friendships. Again, it's like iron sharpens iron. You're supposed to be around these people. We have the Divine Father, Capricorn energy. We have healing. Okay. Okay. back of the deck, we have the target, which is Scorpio's energy, subconscious energy, subconscious. This black energy. Remember, we started with the subconscious as our grounding energy. And so this is reflective of that. There's something here about you are going to be around people who are going to help and assist you heal. Okay, whether these are people like me, for example, who shows up, or people that are out in a different community, or there's something here about that. And that's why I said this reading is not going to be for everyone, because it looks really good when we first started, like, oh, that's great, but then we have this. So we're going to have to see what this is about. And I said this is not going to be for everyone. We have here the eagle. Okay, and back of the deck, we have the pregnancy energy. All right. I do want to mention this pregnancy energy here. This is fourth house energy. You don't have to be pregnant. That's not what this actually means, but some of you guys can definitely be pregnant. With the pregnancy energy, this could be you being pregnant with ideas, you being pregnant with something here that wants to be birthed into the physical reality. This is about transformation, growth, and new beginnings. Okay, with the pregnancy energy. So I feel like this is a very, with the eagle and Uranus coming out here in alignment, this is a high vibing collective, very high vibing collective. So because the collective of people that this is, it's not going to be for everyone. Okay, so again, certain things show up in your existence, in your physical reality, because you have mastered or created or unlocked certain levels in order to be in certain spaces, to open certain doors, to have certain keys into certain things, right? This is this energy. We are focused for this collective. I'm getting chills, my goodness. We are focused for this collective on, it seems like there's some healing that's taking place. This looks like masculine healing, okay? This could have to do with a father figure, because we do have the divine father here showing up, or it could be somebody that you have children with, because I also have the pregnancy energy here as well. So I have to be mindful of that. I feel like for some of you, you guys are finding people in communities who are willing to mirror to you the healing that needs to be done, or that they did in order to overcome and ascend. Okay, this is a very strong collective that is very protected. There's something here about that. This is a very protected collective. I feel like there's something here about needing to be healed around only take what resonates, but this is like a father wound, a dad wound, a masculine wound. Okay, this isn't, again, not going to be for everyone, but I feel like you're finding community to assist you in that. Or this masculine, okay, that you're dealing with, or this masculine here that you're dealing with needing to be healed. The roles can be reversed, the energies can change. And what is it that this masculine needs healed? Okay, that could be something that is significant here too. Okay, collective. Let's see what's going on. Okay, why is this oneness here? Remember, the oneness talks about connections, community, union, bonds, being around like-minded people, oneness, togetherness, ruled by Uranus energy, friendships. Why is this oneness here? Nine of Swords. Okay, so this is a collective that needs, healing, Hermit. Okay. Some of you guys could have been in Hermit for a long time. This might be your first time seeing me across your screen. Okay. I'm happy to have you here. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This looks like a journey. Okay. This does look like a journey that, and I mentioned that once you unlock or go through certain levels, you reach certain, doors open. I feel like there is an offer here that is coming in to allow you a different perspective here with the Hangman energy, so you can continue on your journey. Okay. Now this could also be a person here that you're dealing with that has been hurt by King of Wands. This could also be a person here that you're dealing with that it could be a collective of masculines here who needed healing, right? Remember, I mentioned that too. There's something here about allowing the energy to move forward very slow, very slowly. Okay, yeah, there's waiting energy, Three of Wands. So let's see, why is this mirror here? Why is this mirror here? The mirror is a reflection, right? Two of Cups. Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because I did mention here the mirror is facing this community of people, right? So that you're supposed to be in community with people who have grown, who have matured, who can communicate at a certain level that you have an understanding with. And that's what helps. That's what helps villages. Like, that's what helps people overcome life, to get through life. I feel like you're going to reflect here in your relationship with these people, or there's some kind of healing that's happening, okay, with this group of collective people. This is very significant. The moon. You see how the moon came out? I feel like in this energy, there's a lot of like wanting to heal the relationship, wanting the relationship to improve, wanting to, there's something about that, like wanting the relationship to improve. For some of you, I do feel like there's something cyclic in nature, like something happens frequently in your relationship, or in the relationships that you have been dealing with. Like there's something here about like dating the same person, or like dating the same, or meet, like coming across the same kinds of issues over and over again in relationships. Okay. Okay. Why is Uranus here? Yeah, there's something here about coming across the same thing over and over when it has to do or come to relationships. I feel like in Justice energy, it talks about Justice is Libra energy, and Justice energy is about relationships. It's about relationships of all kind. Um, Personal relationships, interpersonal relationships, a relationship you have with yourself, whether it's a relationship with an enemy or it's a relationship with a friend. Justice energy here with Uranus. So there's some things here about like there's different kind. Uranus is a planet that rules over rebellion. It also rules over revolutions. It's universal consciousness. It is collective consciousness. There's something here about these relationships or connections are going to be a little bit different, and how they're coming in is also going to be different, like how these connections are forming, and the relationship that you're currently in, how it formed, and how is it healing, or the relationship that you're trying to start, how is it forming, and how is it going to be healed, moving forward. Past relationships here too, how have they, yeah, you get what I'm saying, how have you moved on from that? Six of Cups energy, before I start shuffling, Six of Cups energy is at the back of the deck, collective. So that talks about the past. This was also an initiation energy. I did mention, I have been mentioning it, that Libra season is going to be significant. I have been mentioning that to certain zodiacs. I can't recall if I mention it to the collective. But Libra season is going to be significant, and I say that because these are both initiators, okay? This is Cancer energy or Pisces energy. It depends on how you view it. But Cancer energy and then Libra energy, those are both cardinal signs And that's initiators. Those are the initiators. Seven of Wands. Back of the deck, we have the Magician. This is a little bit more complicated in energy, okay? It is. These connections are very protected with the Seven of Wands energy. These relationships or connections that you guys are supposed to be in, friendships even, that you guys are supposed to have, this is supposed to be a very, like, very spiritually sacred, protected energy that is around this, because it's important for the entire collective. The collective is here twice. Anytime relationships do form or marriages do happen, it uplifts the whole entire collective. So whatever healing needs to be had, and also not only does it uplift the collective, when the relationships form and they last for generations to come, this assists the collective as well. So in layman terms, say for example, you get married and you have a long life with your partner, then you become grandparents, and you have your children and then you become grandparents. That relationship, your generations will look back at, and they'll reference that as, I remember, my grandparents being married and they were so loving, etc. That assists your collective in your family. And it also can assist how, when that person in your family goes out and gets married to the next person, that assists their collective in that energy. So that's how it works in layman terms. So there's something here about needing to really focus on the healing of relationships and connections. Um, and since the collective readings have been extremely high vibe when it comes to the masculine stepping forward, and all those things. And if you haven't watched our last collective, again, it'll be in the description. But this is a little bit more deeper on that, on a deeper level. Okay. Like, yes, you're going to be getting friends and you're going to be around community. But once you really get into connection, the healing needs to be done. And here's the Emperor as soon as I say that. Okay, so the Emperor is here on the Divine Father energy. Yeah, he's coming out as a protector. Okay. Emperor is coming out as a protector energy. He's coming out over this Divine Father energy. And remember, I said it could be the masculine that needed to heal. It could be both of y'all. I don't, the energy could be flipped. But mainly what I'm getting from this is that the Emperor wants to move forward, okay? To provide, to protect, to be in community with people who have like-minded energy, who want to be married, to have children, to, like, move like that in life. And anything outside of that is not going to work for this masculine. And the collective has been strong in this energy too. And whoever this masculine is, okay, or this masculine collective has been really strong. Yeah, they're clearing stuff out here. They're eradicating things. Like I feel, yeah, the Magician, I feel like they want to be married. Like, are you married? Do you want to be married? These are the questions that are coming up. Do you want to be married? It's really strong, okay? Do you want to have a commitment that lasts, the test of time? Do you want those things? Do you want to heal things that need to be healed? The Lovers. Hello? Collective. I mean, yeah, this is what this is. And when I'm asking these questions, right? I'm asking the questions because I can feel the energy, but the Lovers is a choice. You have a choice in this. This is the Lovers. The Lovers is a choice. Do you want those things? Or do you want to be alone? Or do you know what I mean? Like, this is what's coming out. Iron sharpens that. This is the iron sharpens iron. There's an opportunity. This is a stable offer that's being handed out. But it does require healing. It does require strength. The Hierophant. Hello? Yeah, the Hierophant. What does the Hierophant want? Hierophant wants commitment. Hierophant wants commitment all day long. All day long. Traditionally, the Hierophant card, you would see the Hierophant as a figure that is overseeing two other figures and um, teaching them about righteousness, teaching them about things that are structure and order and how things are supposed to be done. Okay. Um, the Hierophant wants healing to relationships, long term committed relationships. This is Taurus energy. Okay, some of you guys could be dealing with a Taurus. Heavy. We seen Taurus when we had the our preview energy. We've seen Venus come out, and Venus is ruled by Taurus and Libra. So Taurus wants healing when it comes to long-term committed relationships. None of this fly by night boyfriend girlfriend. Um, and I'm not saying that you can't be a boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm saying that be selective. Four of Cups energy. This is what's coming out. Be selective in the people that you date, that you choose to be in a relationship with. Are they someone that you can see yourself being long term with? And if they're not, and if that's not what you guys are going to do, then make decisions. But ultimately, the Hierophant wants healing when it comes to long term committed relationships. Some of you guys are already on your journey. We have the Hierophant, the Justice, and the Lovers. Yeah, Four of Cups. Like, be selective. Be selective, okay? We have the Hangman. This is a lot of major arcanas all right here. I think it's really important. There's something here about looking at what does long-term committed relationships look like to you? What does that look like? Um, what does having a generation or being married or having a family of your own, what does that look like for you? For everyone, it doesn't look like the same thing. But does it look like you having a partner that you can actually be in a relationship with, that you can do and go through life with, that you love, that you like to see, that you like to look at, that you can do this life thing with? Like, these are the conversations that this collective is needing to communicate. Like, this is what needs to be communicated for some reason. Okay. I also feel like, yeah, this is coming through too. I also feel like there's something, social media has played a huge part. Uranus energy is here. So Uranus does rule over collective, it does rule over social media too. That has played a huge part in how like relationships have transformed and how they are being seen. Um, However, there are still people out there. I don't know if you're one of them. There are still people out there who want to be married, collective, who want to have babies and children, and who want to become grandparents one day. Like, there's people out there that are like that. So there's something here about needing to look at relationships in a different perspective and what that healing looks like, whether this is you or the person that you're dealing with. Because I have Seven of Swords at the back of the deck. There's been too much lying and sneaky behavior. Sneaky behavior, you could be doing sneaky behavior online. You could be people can do sneaky behavior stuff online all day long, and that can ruin a relationship. So there's something here about having a higher vision, being connected here to your higher self, honesty. Yeah, this is a deep message, and this is not going to be for every single person. Okay? But there's so many majors out here. Yeah, we also have the Temperance energy. There's so many majors out here. This is a big deal. And if you've been with me for a minute, collective, you know how I feel about majors. Anything minor, we could work through. Anything major, oh, we got to look at that. We got to look at it. Okay. So, um, yeah, that's the energy. I feel like there's been a few snakes that you've had to slay. I do. I feel that very strong. I feel like collective, there's been a few snakes you've had to slay, and they have broken your heart. They have done you wrong, and that could have made you look at relationships differently. Okay. But there's some people out there that's worth it. There's some people out there that is worth it. Oh my gosh. And whoever this emperor is, again, I'm gonna leave the collective reading in the comments. I mean, in the description for our last collective if you missed it. But this emperor who's been in our collective energies, or this collective of, yeah, he wants his empress. There's the empress. He wants it. So, you know, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The magician. When I tell you these are all major arcanas, my goodness. From 12 to 1, that's the 11. This energy is manifesting the relationship that they want to have. I feel like there's things, 8 of Swords. This is a mental prison. This is a mental imprisonment. Okay. I feel like there has been things that have boggled this energy down, that has boggled this investment down. Yeah, the Star, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords. Somebody here has been wanting to invest in this dream, to have this relationship, to have a connection, but there's been mental imprisonments happening. And I've talked about this before, collective. I've said it. I'm going to say it one more time if you're new here. There's just certain places and things and people and environments that aren't healthy. So decisions need to be made when it comes to that. I did mention, like, what kind of information are you feeding your brain? What are you doing? What are you doing? Or what is this person doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's this energy as well. Like, if you're online, yeah, the high priestess, hello? Yeah. I've said it before. So some of you guys, what I just said, you know that I said that. Okay. I said that. So for others of you that are new here, it's okay, but it's a lot of majors. So this is a big deal to look at. This is iron sharpens iron. How has everybody, the collective, been looking at relationships? Does everybody lie? Does everybody steal? Does everybody cheat? Is that how everybody's looking at the relationships, or are people actually believing that you can have love? I mean, like, what's going on? Judgment energy at the back of the deck. It's time. Judgment. Judgment is being called. The King of Pentacles came out with this. Yeah. This person is very stable, whoever this is. This is a very stable person who wants their partner. And they're willing to wait with the Temperance energy. Like, it's a very calm and peaceful, balanced energy. Okay. But also judgment is being called on this. Like, people need to wake up to the connections. Okay. Whether they're platonic and romantic. What kind of people, like, there's so many new people who are stepping out into the spiritual space, and it's really important for people to have energies that are trying to actually assist them. Okay. There are people who are stepping into different rooms and realms, and there's a lot of confusion and darkness. And if there's not help for this energy, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So, yeah, if social media plays a huge part in your guys' relationships, that needs to tighten up. How is it that we're looking at relationships? Do all people lie, steal, and cheat? Is everybody going to do that? Are you a person who's going to do that? Do you want somebody who's equally beneficial to you, who you like, who you love, who loves you? Like, these are the questions. This is a choice. The lovers is always a choice. The lovers is a great card to have. It's a great card to, it's a great energy to be in. But there's constantly the choice to be in a relationship, to be married. There's constantly that choice. Okay. So, yeah, this is like iron sharpens iron. This is some real work. People who want to do the work. Like, there's people who, yeah, there's people who do the work, period. Don't have no questions about it. Like, what is it that we got to do? Okay, let's get it done. Like, this is that energy collective. And then there's other people who just don't do the work. Like, they just don't, period. I can't vouch for that because I don't know what that's like. No, I'm kidding. No. I can't vouch for those people who don't do the work though. I can't. I really can't. I don't understand that. Three of Wands. Like, I say that because everybody's flawed. Everyone has a flaw, collective. Nothing is perfect. But do you want to go through life with somebody or do you not want to? Do you want to believe everybody is bad or do you want to believe that you deserve some good? Like, what are we, like, that's what this is about. The Death card. There's something here about not waiting anymore. Okay, I think I've seen this combination before. Um, there's something here about not waiting anymore. I feel like there's been life lessons here that has been already learned, and now it's time to utilize those life lessons. Okay, so many majors. I mean, what do we have here? We have the Moon, Justice, the Emperor, Lovers, the Hierophant, the Hangman, the Magician, the Temperance, Death card. Like, my goodness. I feel like there's something here about already learning the lessons. Now it's time to really get in the field. Like, really get going. Get going. And I feel like you have community that's backing you, people to help you, people to guide you. Yeah, get going. Hello, collective, get going. The Chariot, get going. It's time. It's time. It's time. And I don't feel like this energy wants to be, whoever this is for doesn't want to be left behind, left with the people that are not getting on go. Okay. Yeah, don't be left behind. Don't be with people that aren't on go. Okay, Ten of Swords. There's something here about not being afraid. Don't be afraid. If people, don't be afraid to leave people behind who's not ready for where the energy is leading, where everything is going. The energy is going this way. Everything is pointing this way. It's going in a direction. So again, decisions, because I feel like I'm talking Queen of Swords. This is somebody intelligent. Decisions need to be made when it comes to love. Okay? Yeah, that's the energy. Whether this is, again, you or the person that you're dealing with. Because you don't want it to, I just feel like you don't want it to like blow up in your face, or you don't want, you know what I mean? Like, to be around people who's not willing to do the work, especially when you know that you can be around people who can love on you the way you want to be loved. Be around people who care about you the way you care to be cared for. Like, the way that you can give love, there's people out there that can give you that love too. And it's all about making a choice with the lovers. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got to Whoever it is that needed to hear that, okay? Because everything is constantly a decision. It's constantly a decision. You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you or forcing, like people can stay the same. This is like a lot of energy on this. People can, because there's so many majors, people can stay the same. People can choose to stay the same. They don't have to change. If they don't want to get married, if they don't want to have kids, if they don't want to get up and have some kind of go about them, or to be, they don't want to do that, then you know you make decisions that are best for you. There's so many majors on this. These connections that are supposed to be coming together or that are deepening are strong, and it's important for iron to sharpen iron, for people to show up and, like, to help those connections, especially if you're in this space, if you're in the spiritual space. Yeah, there's people that need to be helping, assisting, whether you're one of those people who do assist or you're the person who needs assistance. There's people that are supposed to help these energies, and it's coming through so strong. There's all these majors. How are you viewing relationships? Like, how is the people that you're in a relationship with viewing the relationship that they're in with you? Let me say that again. How are you viewing relationships, and how is the person that you're in a relationship with, how are they viewing it? Are y'all looking at the same relationship? Those are the questions. Do they have the same values, morals? You know what I mean? Do they still need healing? Are you willing to go through that healing with them? Like, this is what this energy is about, y'all. Iron sharpens iron. Queen of Cups on the elephant. The elephant talks about having leadership and patience. Queen of Cups. Patience, love. I feel, oh, okay, yeah. I feel like some of you guys are the matriarchs in your guys' families, with the Queen of Cups and the elephant coming out. Like, whether or not you have children or you are wanting children or something like that, you could be the eldest child. Um, there's something here about, we have the tower. The tower's been showing a lot. Things needed to be cleared out. Strength card. My goodness. My goodness. This is a lot. This is a lot. Okay. It's important for whoever this is. I feel like whoever I'm talking to has a really big heart. It's really important for you to protect your heart at all cost. Okay, at all cost. What it is that you're manifesting a very strong connection or relationship, or you're manifesting a connection that will deepen, okay, as you guys continue to move forward. Don't get too, whoever this person is, or if you're dealing with this person, like anxiety, there's something here about anxiety. Don't be too, don't get stuck in your head about things. I feel like communicate with your person, because I just flipped the deck and King of Swords came out. Whoever this person is, he wants you to communicate. Okay, so communicate. Say what's bothering you. Say what's on your mind. If you have issues when it does come to long-term committed relationships, or what that looks like for you, like there needs to be a clear communication. That's what this is. I'm gonna get one more. Three of Swords. Yeah, there needs to be a clear, the devil. Yeah, there needs to be a clear communication. There needs to be clear communication here, because whatever this is a stronghold. This is a stronghold. So the stronghold needs to be acknowledged. The contrast needs to be acknowledged. What is this? What's hurting this connection, or what's hurting us, hurting that connection from moving forward? Okay. Are these people friends? Is it social media? Is it like, this is like, decisions need to be made quickly. Is this something that has to do with the past? Six of Cups. Is this healing that needs to happen from the past, whether this is your person's healing or your healing? I said I was gonna go, but I need to get one more for this collective because I feel like somebody needs this. Yeah, Queen of Swords, communicate, communicate. What needs to be cleared out? The Tower. Whether again this is you or the person that you're dealing with, communicate. Tell them. I can't, I can't do that. That's not on the table for me. Okay. Um, yeah. This is also clearing heartbreak. You have a very strong heart, whoever I'm talking to. You have a very strong heart, very big. Protect it at all cost, and only allow yourself to be in relationship connections with others that pour into you as much as you can pour into them. Okay? That's the energy. And until next week, bye guys.